A week had passed since Spike's day out with the rain booms. Friday night at the girls' dorm, Spike was on his way back to his room yawning. Oh boy, those band practice sessions with the girls sure take it out of ya. But that song Fluttershy came up with sure is amazing. I know we'll impress the faculty and the other students with it for sure. He entered his room and took off his clothes before changing into his sleep pants. He turned his light off and got into bed. Eventually he was out like a bulb. As he slept peacefully, his closet door slowly slid open, and out stepped Rarity wearing a purple robe. She looked at Spike's sleeping form with a smile. "Oh, Spike, you are the most handsome guy I've seen in a long time, and now, here I am with you," she thought to herself, before she undid the sash of her robe and slipped it off her shoulders as the garment fell to the floor. There Rarity stood in only her socks, and a pair of white panties and a bra with little diamond designs on it. She walked over to the bed and slipped into it behind Spike and spooned him. Spike started smiling in his sleep, thinking Rarity spooning him was all part of a dream he was having. Rarity rested her chin on his shoulder and looked down at his sleeping face. Such a cute face, she thought, before falling asleep with Spike close to her. The very next morning, Spike was wide awake and saw his head was inches away from Rarity's breasts. Why the hell are boobs this close to my face? For that matter, why the hell is Rarity here in my room? He thought in a panic before Rarity, who was still asleep, rolled over and pushed Spike closer, causing his face to squish into her breasts. Oh my god, these things are not only big but soft as well, Spike thought in excitement, but shook it off. Wait a minute, focus here man, how did Rarity get in my room this time? And why the hell is she only in her underwear? Suddenly his naughty thoughts were coming back. I wonder, would it be okay if I gave a little feel? He thought as he was about to put his hand to her breast, only to see Rarity was suddenly awake. "Spike, good morning," she greeted him sweetly. Good morning, Rarity," he replied, as Rarity eased up on holding him so close. "Why are you in my room?" "Well, after practice I took a shortcut here and hid in your closet until you got in," she explained. "You hid in my closet?" Spike asked, feeling both scared and surprised. "I apologize for that, but I really wanted to spend the night with you." "You did?" he asked, and she nodded. "But why are you in your underwear?" "Oh, please, don't tell me. Did we?" Rarity giggled. "Don't worry, we didn't do anything like that. I promise you." "Oh, thank God," he said, but thought dismally, "and yet somehow I feel sad. I just crawled in and decided to use you as a hug pillow." Rarity continued to explain. "You just decided that, huh?" Spike asked, only for Rarity to lie on top of Spike and look down at him, much to the boy's already aroused hormones. "Spike, we do have some time. Do you think something sexy would help improve our friendship?" she asked, before reaching down and kissing Spike's forehead. "Yes, please," Spike answered in monotone, as all thoughts of how wrong the situation was supposed to be were being wiped from his mind. Rarity smiled as she pulled Spike up so he was sitting up in bed with her in his lap. "Then please, allow me to do this for you." She leaned in and claimed Spike's lips. Spike's eyes were wide, but soon enough they started shutting, until they were closed. Spike returned the kiss and thought to himself, "Holy crap, I'm kissing just about the most gorgeous of all the students here at the school. If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up ever." Suddenly he raised his arm up and started stroking Rarity's hair as if he were petting an animal. After 5 minutes, the two broke lip contact to take in air. "That felt magical," Rarity said in joy. "Yeah, that was great," Spike panted. "I especially loved how you stroked my hair like that." She smiled at him. Spike looked sheepish. "Really, my hand felt like it was moving on its own." "Doesn't matter, you made me feel so good, and that's what I'm grateful for." She hugged Spike, who gasped, "Wow, Rarity's beautiful and affectionate. I hit the jackpot with this one," Spike thought, until he suddenly felt her breasts press into his bare chest, making him squeak in shock. Rarity looked at him. "What's wrong, Spike? Forgive me, but your breasts." He started to sweat. Rarity spoke. "What about them?" she teased by pressing them further into his chest. Spike stammered, as he couldn't find the words. Rarity smirked. "See, you're a breast man, aren't you?" "Yes," he answered, only to suddenly realize what he said. I mean I... Rarity put a finger to his lips to shush him. "Relax, darling, I was just teasing you. But I don't mind, really. I'm flattered that I'm able to provoke this kind of reaction from you. It means you really do admire me." She smiled. Spike blushed. "Well, of course, you're so beautiful." "Oh, Spike," Rarity gasped as she hugged him. "When you say sweet things like that, what's a girl to do?" Spike smiled as he started truly enjoying the attention from her. When she let go, she got off the bed, picked up her robe, and put it on. After tying the sash tight, she spoke, "You better get ready. I have big plans for us and the others today." Spike looked curious. "What kind of plans?" Rarity winked. "Just wait and see. And also, let's keep this moment between us, shall we?" Spike could only nod. "Thank you." She left his room. Upon her departure, Spike let himself drop back onto his bed as he gazed up at the ceiling, and thought, "I may have to barricade my door now." He then remembered what also happened. "Then again, I could learn to enjoy this kind of stuff." He smiled. Later on, in the school's indoor swimming pool, mostly occupied by the swim club during after school, was free. Spike was standing around wearing purple and green trunks. While waiting for the girls, he spoke to himself, "I can't believe Rarity convinced the principal to let us use the pool for today. Talk about being generous, and I can't believe I'm gonna get the chance to swim with girls," he cheered to himself, until he heard Twilight's voice. Spike turned around and his eyes widened and his jaw dropped low. All 7 of the Rainbooms stood wearing 2-piece bikinis and even vinyl. Their DJ, as well. Holy freaking crap, Spike thought in arousal. Twilight's bikini was colored purple with little star patterns. Rarity's was black with the top's lining colored red. Pinky's was colored blue with purple frilly lining and decorated in confetti patterns. Rainbow Dash's was blue with grey lining on the bottom. Applejack's was both green and red with the left side of the bikini top and bottom red, and the left side green. Fluttershy's was green with red vertical stripe patterns. Sunset Shimmer's was hot pink on the left side of both her bikini top and bottom, and on the right side of both was yellow and orange. Final's bikini top was red with a single musical symbol on each breast, and her bikini bottom was colored black. "Is something wrong?" Fluttershy asked, noticing his reaction. While the others giggled, Spike quickly pulled himself together. "No, I'm fine. Really am." "So what do you think?" Pinky asked, as she spun around so he could get a good view of her swimsuit. "You like it?" "It's great, Pinky. Definitely suits you," Spike answered with glee but remembered the others. "And you all look amazing as well," the girl smiled in response. "Thanks, you don't look so bad yourself," Sunset added, as Spike looked a bit sheepish. "Come on you all, let's go for a dip," Applejack said, as she threw her hat off and onto a beach chair. "Cannonball," Pinky cheered, as she cannonballed into the pool. Rainbow followed her lead. Then Spike, and soon enough the rest of the group were in the pool, swimming and relaxing. Spike was relaxing by the edge of the pool watching his friends have fun. Rainbow and Applejack were playfully wrestling with each other in the water. Fluttershy and Rarity were relaxing. Twilight, Sunset and Vinyl were doing some swim laps. "Now this is what I'm talking about. Swimming with girls. Am I lucky or what?" he asked himself in his thoughts, until he was snapped out of it by Pinky, who glomped to his side. "Spike," she beamed. "Pinky," he cried in shock. She giggled. "Sorry, but come on, let's swim." She pulled Spike around through the water as they swam. "I got to hand it to you, Rarity. This is certainly a great way to spend Saturday," Spike said. "My pleasure, Spike. After the practices we've been putting in these last few days, we deserve this kind of break," Rarity explained. "I hear ya," Applejack replied, as she and Rainbow were done wrestling with each other. "Well, looks like you're all having fun," a voice said, as the group looked over and to their shock saw the dazzlings, Trixie and Octavia Melody. Needless to say, the girls were shocked to see them all, while Spike himself was once again surprised seeing more of his fellow students in swimwear. Octavia was in a crimson-red 2-piece bikini. Trixie was in a 1-piece colored blue and had purple horizontal stripes on it. Sonata's bikini was a trikini that was blue and purple. Aria's was purple with red wide vertical stripes going down the center of both her top and bottom. On both breasts of her top and on her bikini bottom was a silver star, and Adagio's was a purple corset swimsuit that looked more risque than the others. "What are you doing here?" Rainbow asked the dazzlings and Trixie with a frown. "Hey Octi, what's up?" Final asked the classical music girl. "We heard the indoor pool was open today, so we decided to exploit the situation." Adagio answered Rainbow. "I'm afraid I booked the pool for us today," Rarity explained, with a scowl. "There's plenty of room for all of us," Trixie retorted. Octavia spoke. "We already talked with the principal, and she said it was okay if we could join in." The girls, seeing it was confirmed by the principal that they didn't want to disrespect her, and knew among the 5 girls intruding on their time, knew Octavia was the only trustworthy of them, and could tell she wasn't lying. "Oh, all right," Rarity sighed. "Yippee," Sonata cheered, as she jumped into the pool. The other 4 jumped in after her. Soon the pool was filled even more with the newcomer girls having fun as well. Final and Octavia swam over to Spike, as they just floated in the water. Octavia spoke to the boy. Vinyl's been telling me how good you're performing with the rain booms. I can't wait to hear your voice myself. Well, until tonight, Octavia, he answered, please. Call me Octi, or Tavi. Either one will do, Octavia answered, as she batted her eyes at him. Spike felt flustered at her sweet talk, and noticed Vinyl smiling and gave him a thumbs up as if telling him good luck with her. Unaware of the two, Trixie was behind them and poked her head out of the water looking at them before sinking back into the water. As Spike continued talking with Octavia and Vinyl, he was spooked as Trixie popped up from behind him and draped herself over him. Got you, she cheered. Trixie, Spike cried, as he felt himself almost falling over. The rain booms and dazzlings looked over and saw Trixie clinging onto Spike from behind. Trixie, they cried, as they all started swimming over to them, pulling her away from Spike. Get off him, Twilight ordered, as she was prying Trixie off Spike. Back off, Trixie argued, as she struggled to get Twilight off her. Spike finally got Trixie off, but ended up stumbling forward into Adagio's breasts. The girls gasped in shock, while Adagio felt flustered. Spike's eyes gazed up to see Adagio, whose flustered look shifted into a seductive look. Feeling bold, aren't we, Spike? She asked, as she laid a hand on his head to keep his face close. Adagio, save some for me, Aria called as she surrounded the two and pulled Spike to her chest. And me, Sonata cried as she grabbed Spike, pulling his head into her breasts. Y'all let go of him, Applejack called, as all 13 girls started pulling Spike closer to each other, resulting in him slamming his face into each of their breasts in a near-repeating cycle. Spike thought as his cheeks were red, horny overload, gonna pass out. He finally lost consciousness and started sinking into the pool. Spike, the girls cried, as Rainbow dove under the water and pulled Spike up. The girls brought Spike out of the pool as Fluttershy rolled out a towel. Lay him down here, she said, as Rainbow and Applejack laid the boy down. Anyone know CPR? Sunset asked the girls, who looked ashamed to admit they didn't. Until Twilight spoke up, I've read how to do it. Then hurry, Octavia ordered, in worry for Spike, so Twilight followed the method and procedure. As the others watched, hoping Spike would be all right, after Twilight gave Spike a bit more air, he spat up some of the pool water and opened his eyes. The girls backed away to give him some breathing space, as Rarity spoke. Spike, sweetie, are you all right? I think I saw what heaven looked like, Spike replied. Still a bit groggy, it was beautiful. The girl sighed in relief that he was okay. Fluttershy spoke up. We're so sorry, Spike. We really didn't mean to crowd you like that. Octavia apologized. Obviously. Final added, feeling sheepish. Yeah, well, next time all you girls be careful with how close you hold me, he suggested. We will, the girls agreed, and looked to the dazzlings, expecting an answer from them. And we will too, Adagio promised as Aria and Sonata nodded. Thanks, Spike smiled. So what say we all get back to having fun? Yay, Pinky and Sonata cheered, as the others nodded in agreement, and so they continued to enjoy their pool time, without any more mishaps. Later, as nighttime rolled in, the student body and the faculty were gathered at the auditorium, where Principal Celestia stood on stage with Luna holding a mic. Welcome, students and faculty, to tonight's performance. Without further ado, I give you Canterlot Academy's Rain Booms. The audience applauded as Celestia and Luna walked backstage. The curtain opened up, revealing the rain booms in position with their instruments. Vinyl off to the side with her turntable and amps ready, and Spike was up front with Twilight, each holding a mic. Hello, students and faculty, Twilight began. We're so glad you could come to our performance tonight. We have with us our male student Spike, who has agreed to join our band as male vocalist. And for his debut performance, we shall be performing a song Fluttershy had recently wrote. The students clapped as Rainbow continued, and the girls and I took a vote, and we've decided that Fluttershy should be the lead vocal in this song. Go get them, Fluttershy. Fluttershy stepped forward and took the mic from Twilight. She smiled sheepishly at the audience, and made sure she was calm, until Spike made her look him in the eyes, as the mere sight of Spike's comforting look was able to keep calm. And so the band began to play a soft melody. Fluttershy began singing the opening verse.
You think you'll always be stuck exactly the same, but that's just because you haven't tried a different game.
and soon enough Spike started singing his lines.
What is this feeling? I can't seem to hide this feeling that I'm more than meets the eye. Is this the dawn of a new me? Perhaps chaos is the only thing I meant to be.
The students were awed and amazed at Spike's singing voice. While they already knew Fluttershy was a good solo singer when she wasn't so shy. As the two sang, they smiled at each other, and Spike, between vocal pauses, looked over at each of the rain booms, giving them a smile each, as if he wasn't just singing with Fluttershy, but with all of them as well.
Don't wanna let it go, because your friendship feels like magic, and every second's less tragic. We have something fantastic, and I don't wanna let it go.
When the song ended, the students and faculty applauded on their performance. As the band took a bow as the curtain was brought down on them, the band sighed in relief that they could relax as Twilight spoke to Fluttershy and Spike. "You two were great. Awesome's more like it," Rainbow put in. "You were both fabulous." Rarity beamed. "It was a team effort, girls," Spike explained. "Each one of us did our part. And honestly, I couldn't have been more proud to be part of this band," he smiled. As all of the band members group hugged him, with Rarity squealing with happiness. Later that night in Spike's room, he was at his desk writing a letter to his parents. He started writing letters to his parents any chance he got to tell them about his progress in school. Spike thought the words of his letter as he wrote, "Dear Mom and Dad, I hope you're doing well, because I sure am. Things at school here have been going very well, as I stated before in my last 3 letters. Remember the group of friends I mentioned before? Well, they finally decided to let me join their band as lead male vocalist. I really love singing with them, and I can't wait to do it some more. Well, I better get going. I can't wait to see you guys here for the holidays. Love, your son, Spike." He finished his letter. After folding it up and sealing it in an envelope, he put it on his desk, turned off his lamp, and went to bed. Author's note: hope you enjoyed it. Don't miss next time, where it's a Christmas open house at the Academy for the students' parents and families.
She